Lord Formal was the best party I went to this year because I don't remember anything from it.
Rocco, that
So
was the funniest fucking
Formal
you I've
was
ever
a
seen in my
that was-
life.
I was
probably one of the funnest parties, yeah.
I don't remember anything but being like at my max level of happiness the entire duration of that party.
Pay him,
I
pay
was
him,
very
pay
happy
him,
as well.
pay him.
Like people sent me videos the next morning, like of me like sitting there yelling and drinking with them, bro.
Pay him.
It's the
Bro,
funniest shit
yes,
ever.
Rocco, it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. I was sitting with you like vibing for a little bit of the party, and you were just yelling, and it was the funniest fucking
facts.
thing on earth.
I was talking loud as a bitch the whole time.
Pay him. Pay him. Did your parents know that you got drunk that night?
Facts. I came home faded as a bitch, bro. let me tell you the fucking story. So first, my poor prom date's mom was my ride home. So I get in that I get on that car on another level of faded. So fucking, like my date pulls me to the side before I get in the car and she goes, listen to me, you go to sleep and do not say a word that entire car ride. I was like, yeah, of course. No, we got this. We get in the car, how was the party? This first thing I go, it was good, what up, guys? And like after enough of me talking, my date turns around and goes, stop it, shut up. And she's shushing me. And like then like I was like, oh right, like super loud from the back of the car. I was like, oh right, I'm asleep. And then so I start like fake sleeping, and then 5 seconds later I start answering questions again. Like, and then I remember once you no, I'm telling my story right now. You guys can say all your comments. So I remember my date purposely parked her car in the back of my driveway. I remember, like, it was still half out on the street, just because she wanted to watch me walk all the way to my door. And the last thing she asked me before I get out of the car was there any alcohol at the party?
Oh.
My date says no. She told me that from the back of the car I went I started laughing like a motherfucker, and I stumbled into my front door, and this is where it gets good, because this is where I had to hide from my fucking parents.
Your fucking Care Bear almost comes out.
Alright, so I pull up, my mom opens the door, and I was like, hi mom, hold up, I have to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm just looking at myself in the mirror, and the room is spinning for like 30 minutes. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror for like 30 minutes without moving. And then
Was that the scary
my
part?
mom,
Yo, can you stop
No.
hitting me? I'm prepared for
no,
fighting
and then
again.
finally my mom just goes to her room, because like she realizes whatever, it's kind of sus, because I was in the bathroom for like 30 minutes. And then my logic was, okay, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and I'm gonna drink a bunch of water until I sober up. So I go to the kitchen, at least eight glasses of water
You have to eat greasy food.
later. Okay, no.
Yeah, you
Water sobering you up, biggest myth ever. That shit does not do anything.
Factual information.
That is bullshit that water sobers you up. That is the biggest myth I've ever heard. I drank so much water.
It just makes it less strong.
No, it made it more strong. No, Mateo,
Yes, bro, that's what I mean. Like when you water a drink with water. Like,
Mateo, do you know how I know that it made it more strong? Because
I'm not saying like it makes you less
I drank 8
drunk or
like
more
water,
drunk.
and I was like,
if you
Just
drink
let him explain.
let me explain it,
Shut up.
dumbass.
Everybody
I'm telling my good
everybody
story.
silence.
Fuck up so Rocco can tell a story, goddamn.
Yes.
That's
Talk
not
with the
no
science
shit,
facts. Where am I? Okay, so I drink the 8 cups of water, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down next to my dog and see if I feel a little better. And I just remember that I sat down and I was sitting with my dog, and I was looking at the microwave, and the microwave just it fell off of the counter. Like it literally looked like it fell into the floor and then disappeared. I didn't know where the microwave was for like 10 seconds. And I had to like fix my eyes, and I was like, oh shit, it's right there. And I was like, I walk up to the sink, and I was like, I don't know, I feel a little nauseous.
Rocco.
And then I'm telling my story. And I was like, I feel a little nauseous. I was like, no, let me try drinking another cup of water. And as I'm pouring the cup of water, I was like, holy shit! And I run to the sink and explode like like Rapids water park type shit. Like, let me tell you, bro. I ate a bunch of mac and cheese, all the mac into the sink. My sink was covered in yak, and there were dishes in the sink. So all the dishes in the sink were covered in yak.
Oh my god.
Kill yourself.
And I was so drunk that I couldn't see anything in front of me. So I was like, Jesus Christ, what do I do? So I'm washing the sink with my bare hands, covered in fucking yak.
And yeah.
and then I was like, wow, that was crazy. And then I yacked again, like even more than last time. I just remember it like funneling out of my mouth.
Oh my
And then I
god.
was like, no, I'm gonna call my brother because he's been drunk before. He can help me out. I call him. I was like, yo, Diki, because that's his nickname. So I'm like, yo, Diki, I'm
Yeah, that's
drunk
fucking
as
dope as
fuck
shit.
right now. What do I do, bro? What do I do? And he's like, oh my god, bro. Do you drink water? I was like, yeah, and I just threw up a bunch of times. And I turned to look at the time, and my arm hits a frying pan at 3 in the morning. And it made the loudest noise ever. And my brother goes, holy shit, you just knocked over a pan? I was like, no bro, I'm fine. They didn't hear anything, I didn't hear anything. Sorry, they didn't hear anything. If I didn't hear it, they didn't hear it. He was like, Jesus Christ, bro, you're so fucked. And then I was like, no, I got this.
How did your parents find out?
I'm gonna tell you. So then,
Rocco's fucking mom comes out of the room.
No. I was like, if one of them walks out of the room, I'm so fucked. So I called another friend who was also drunk as hell, was drinking with me that entire night. And I was like, how you feeling? You don't know him. He goes to Columbus. It's Jacob B now. Nobody knows who he is.
Oh yeah.
But
It's my best
I know
friend.
exactly who that is, Rocco. Please shut the fuck up.
okay, so I call him and I'm like, how you feeling, Brody? He's like, yeah, I just threw up in the toilet. I was like, damn, alright.
He's like,
talk
damn,
to you
you're
tomorrow.
lucky. He's been
I'll
like,
talk to
damn,
you
you're
tomorrow.
lucky. I threw up in the sink.
Whatever. And then so I sit down at my table and I was like, you know what? Okay, here's how this is gonna go. I'm either gonna go to my bed and go to sleep and pray I don't throw up in my bed, or I'm gonna stay out here just in case I need to throw up again.
You have to stay out there.
And that's the last thing I remember. And I wake up the next morning. and I wake up I'm in my bed and I'm like, look, I made it to my bed, everything's Gucci, I'm chilling. I walk outside, I see my dad, I'm like, good morning, pa. He's like, sit down. I was like, fuck it, Jesus Christ.
It's like, oh darn it.
And he was like,
Rocco
okay.
threw up 17 times.
And he was like, alright, if you tell me exactly what happened without lying, there will be no consequences. I was like, let's go. So I tell him, and then after the 3-hour speech, I had to listen to a 3-hour speech, hungover, holding in throw up for 3 hours, listening to
Oh
my
my
parents talk to
God.
me about alcohol.
Oh, I've never been hungover in my life.
No. But then this is where I find out what happens. I was like, can I ask what gave it away? And they were like, well, you know, you did certain things. I was like, please stop being vague and just tell me what I did. And then my mom.
I was like, you fucked the
my
dog.
My
You fucked the
mom-
dog, Pedro. You fucked the dog.
Rocco,
No, listen.
Rocco, you walked into our room at 4 a.m. and started jerking off.
No, let me tell you.
Jesus Christ.
So, my mom goes, okay, first, it was a little sus that you ran right by me and went to the bathroom for half an hour. Then, at 3 in the morning, I heard a pan break the floor.
It
And then
broke the
she
floor and
says,
cracked the tile.
no, it just made a
Oh.
loud ass noise. And then she says, okay, and also, what kind of maybe a little bit gave it away was that I walked out of my room at 5 in the morning because all the lights were on and you were passed out on the kitchen table. and she I don't remember any of this. She says she woke me up. She goes, Rocco, what's wrong with you? And she said I lifted my head up and I had the biggest smile from ear to ear. And like then my eyes were like rolled all the way to the back of my head, and then I had the biggest smile from
You
ear
look
to ear.
possessed.
And she was like, Rocco, what's wrong with you? And I was just like, So
Oh my God, you fucking nigga.
She stands me up, and she's like, okay, we're gonna walk to your room. And then like I kept stumbling onto like all the walls and like falling on everything. And she was like, Rocco, you drunk? And then I just didn't respond. And she walks me into my room, and I lay on the bed, and she's like, Rocco, let me take off your shoes. And she said that I was like a limbless fucking body, like I was like if I was dead, bro. I was not moving. And she was like,
Fucking voodoo
yeah,
doll.
she kept telling me, she was like, Rocco, take off your shoes. Are you gonna go to sleep in your shoes? And I just didn't respond, bro. I was already asleep. Like the second I got the pillow, I knocked out. And she was like, fuck it, fine. And then she went to the room and told my dad. But yeah, that's a story of
Wait,
how
but what about the vomit? What about the vomit?
the vomit, I cleaned it like a savage.
Oh.
My drunk cleaning skills, they paid off. I went ham. Not a single drop of evidence.
What if there's-
Although the next morning, my mom was like,
Yeah,
what are these
smells
stain
like
marks
shit.
like on the she was like, what are these stain marks on the sink? I was like, oh, that might be yak. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What the fuck?
She was like, oh Jesus, Rocco, fuck.
Do they call you
And then-
do they call you Pedro or Rocco? Or like
They call
when your
me
parents
Rocco.
are mad, do they call you Rocco?
Okay, so you guys.
They call you Herm. Herma. Pedro Herma.
Remember when we were in the shack and we were we got so hyped up for skipping the whole
yeah.
line.
Yo, everybody was waiting in line. I was like, what are you idiots doing? And I walked in front of everybody was standing there on their phones, and I remember looking at Noah. I was like, what are these dumbasses doing? I just walked in front of everybody, and I looked at everybody. Nobody told me anything, and I was like, give me pure vodka. And that was the last thing I remember.
Jesus Christ.
No. After that, Rocco, after we went for like round 4, I walked up to the thing with you. Rocco, we walked through the line. We like walked straight through the line. Rocco goes,
Yeah.
Danny, can you get me some vodka? I was like, Rocco, yeah, fuck it, whatever. And you were like, thank you.
Jesus
I
Christ.
remember,
Okay.
like, and then after that, I was like, wait, I need to, while I was still drunk, I was like, I need to sober up. I'm gonna get a beer so I could sober up.
Fucking
So
dumbass.
I went and I got a beer, and I just remember getting the beer, taking a sip, and then like talking to someone, and I looked at my hand, and the beer vanished.
No.
It
It's a
disappeared.
mystery.
I remember that me and you, Rocco, we walked up, and when we got the vodka, we started jumping and screaming.
Yeah, bro. I tried. 8 girls told me I tried giving them hickeys. 2 of them let me.
Rocco tried giving me
shitting.
a hickey, and I let him.
That night was pretty fun though, not even gonna lie. You know what I
That
feel
was
bad for?
that
I
was
feel
the
bad for my-
funnest night ever, bro.
Bro, I feel bad for my day's little fucking brother, bro. I
You feel
bad for that nigga.
you feel bad for me, cause I wasn't there.
Yeah, basically, William. I feel bad for my date's little brother because this bitch walks in at fucking like 2 a.m. or like I don't even know whenever the fuck we got picked up. Whenever the fuck we got picked up from that party, we go to her house, and then it's just me, her mom, and this girl's friends. So we're just talking like we're just messing around like fucking laughing our asses off. Because I was a little bit tipsy, but I wasn't like full on like pay her. You know?
I was wasted.
I was posted, you know, I was posted, and then so whatever. So fucking, we were just laughing, messing around. This little motherfucker, he's in 1st grade, mind you. He comes into the room. I've played Minecraft with this nigga before, bro. That's when you know you're true fucking bros, when you played Minecraft together. And then whatever. So this motherfucker walks in, cause like he's known me for like a long time. He's like, Samia, what the fuck are you doing here? And then I was like, bro, I just started talking to this nigga like we're just boys, and then I'm like, bro, we just got home from prom, dude. I was like, how's your shit been? How's 1st grade? He's like, I'm chilling, dog. And then we just started laughing, and then the poor nigga had to come with us to drop me off in fucking Miami, bro. This bitch lives in South Miami. This bitch's mom had to drive fucking like 40 minutes to drop my ass off in Miami.
Oh, that's so
Bitch,
nice.
in South Miami.
That's so tough.
I feel bad for the mom, bro. She's dope though. She's dope.
Mateo, can you
I
join us?
haven't talked to my date's mom since my drunk encounter with her. Have not
Bro,
spoken to that woman.
Bro, I hadn't talked to my date's mom since fucking 8th grade prom.
Bro,
She
you
told
wanna
me I
hear
look
the
skinnier,
story?
bro. I was like, oh
You
my
wanna hear the story of when I got drunk at Andres' house, like the first time I threw up and shit? story.
I've never gotten drunk in my life.
Alright, look,
Lord's Formal was the first time I got like drunk.
No, we're
Lord's
talking.
Formal was
Okay, ready for
fun.
this?
Alright, I was drunk as balls.
So,
Alright, drunk
So-
story from Danny. Let's go. Let's hear
I think I'm gonna record
Alright.
this whole thing and
So,
put it on YouTube and put. I'll put alcoholism in youth.
we were bored as fuck, and it was Juan's last weekend before leaving the Spain. Juan Castaños. He used to go to Milan.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah,
was
of
the last
course.
weekend before going to Spain. So we were like, let's get drunk as fuck. So we were like, alright, and we started taking shots and shit. And Andres started mixing liquor, like
Oh my
fucking
God, bro,
whiskey
what a
and like
dumbass.
vodka and shit.
Oh,
He just kept
that's-
fucking, like,
Oh no.
That's when it's over.
No, I
you
literally
know
took
what?
6 shots and could not.
You know what that drink is called? It's called death juice.
It's called fucking puke juice. That's what it's called. Okay?
I don't even
called
think it
getting
tastes good.
No, it
Liquor's
tastes
disgusting, bro.
William,
It's
when you're drunk
horrible.
when you're drunk as fuck, that shit tastes like gas.
yeah. It flies down the hatch like water, bro.
Alright, look.
It tastes like fucking pancakes and sunshine, bitch.
Alright, look. So, we were
Yo.
vibing. We were watching Mulan, bro. And Juan is fucking making fun of this Asian bitch, like yelling at the top of her lungs. And I'm pretty sure Andres' parents are. I have no fucking clue. All I know, I was like, fucking. I wasn't blackout drunk, but I was
Ah,
drunk as
fucker.
fuck. And I had practically ate a whole pizza right before this. So we were making
Oh,
Mulan
boy.
and shit.
Gotta know
and I
that.
was like, nigga,
That's
I feel like
that's
asshole.
throat fuel. That's
I was
yak
like,
fuel.
I feel like fucking ass.
It's the.
So I was like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom.
It adds vomit velocity.
Rocco, this is when I discovered that water does not do shit. I was sitting
Literally.
fucking in front
Biggest
of the toilet
myth ever.
for fucking 3 hours. I sat in the front of the toilet from 1 to 4 in the morning without doing anything, without moving, just chugging water.
Exploded, right?
No, yo,
You
that's the
exploded.
worst thing. That's the worst
All
fucking
that,
thing.
all that water
Rocco,
flew right
Rocco,
out.
I close my eyes for fucking 3 seconds, literally 3 seconds. I wake up and I go,
No, you know how
fucking
sometimes.
like 3 times, shit started coming out of my nose.
Oh my god, yo, you know.
Ew.
That's the worst. That's the
You
worst.
nasty motherfucker.
You remember when I?
Came out of my
Danny,
nose.
Danny, do you remember when I? You remember when I?
Ew,
No,
dog.
I'm trying to tell a story here. I'm
You
trying to tell
remember
a
when I
story.
puked in my
No, I'm
mouth?
trying to
and
tell
it
a
was
story.
No
You have to be respectful.
No, I don't kill the rod.
Thank you. Alright, boys. So then, I fucking blacked out after that. Like, knocked out.
Oh, gotta love that. Classic.
I wake up at like 3 or like 12 in the afternoon. Or no, it was 11 in the morning. Might be. And Andres walks, or I walk out of the room. Not hungover at all, because I don't get hungover. I walk out of the room.
Oh, big
Actually, I
guy.
had a like little bit of a headache. I had a little bit of a headache, not gonna lie. Okay. I walk out of the room and I go, how the fuck did I end up in a bed? Cause I know I damn well I passed out next to the fucking toilet.
Why should it be like a fucking hospital bed?
No, and Andres goes, and nigga, I'm punished as fuck because of how much liquor we took from my dad.
That's so
And
stupid,
he
though.
was like, my dad woke up at 5 in the morning, saw you sitting, laying down next to the fucking toilet, and brought you into bed. And I was like, nigga, what? I don't remember. He says he woke you up 4 times, and you were like, what?
Bro,
I
that's
don't remember
fucking-
Gotta
any
love
of that.
that. Literally,
Like,
if you're ever scared to get in trouble when you're drunk, just pass out. Literally, just close your eyes and you
There's
disappear.
no waking you up.
Just be like, oh, sorry, mom, I was trying to do stay awake for 24 hours challenge. Yeah, my bad. And also,
Yo,
like,
at
don't
the end
eat
of
for
the
24
party-
challenge for 24 hours.
At the end of the party, like girls were holding me back because I was gonna get more vodka, and girls were like holding me.
Yeah.
No, I was taking care of
was
Lucas
terrible.
Martinez. I didn't drink that
Drank
party. I was
so
taking care of
much.
Oh my god, yes! Danny, I remember you! We were in the back and Lucas Martinez had a fucking guava cookie. Lucas Martinez had a fucking guava cookie.